What's up, everybody? Jerry Niesman of the Niesman team at Keller Williams Realty here in Southwest Florida for your Monday market update. I'm going to show you a little bit different. We are going to still talk about the market stats that we normally do. This week, we're talking about median days on market. As you can see, pulled it this morning. So these are September's numbers. Since it's still early in October, we won't have October's numbers until November, of course. Current median days on market for the entire MLS as of September was 20 days. As you can see, January 21 started out up here at just under 30 days, dropped quite significantly down to like the 5 or 6 day range and kind of floated there, dropped even lower in, I believe that was March of 2022, April, and then it started climbing back up. And as you can see, back up to 20 now. Now, one of the things that this obviously doesn't show you since Hurricane Ian 11 days ago is how that has impacted everything. So I decided to pull the transactions and what has happened over the last 7 days. That's the farthest out I can go. But this shows you, a couple days, 3-4 days after the hurricane, kind of until now, what the activity has been. Also pulled this one this morning, and it's quite interesting and actually very promising for the real estate market, and kind of coincides with an email that I got that we sent out in our newsletter, if you're on our newsletter list, that shows that areas that have been significantly impacted by major natural disasters historically, the property values have actually gone up on an average of 7%. The lowest increase was 5% and the highest was 15%. But the average has been around 7. So you can see here, last 7 days, 348 new listings, 372 closings. So believe it or not, even with the impacts and lack of power and internet and everything else, we've had 372 homes closed. We have had 110 terminate and 85 expire, which those came off the market for whatever reason. Either the listing expired or they let it expire due to damage. 220 back on the market. So there were some that were pulled off and then put back on, maybe for inspections to check and make sure if there was any damage. 134 extended, 373 pending. So 373 pending, 372 sold, 348 new listings. 368 withdrawn. Also, most of those are likely they were listed and most likely pulled off the market due to damage. So you can see it's a pretty balanced market, except the sold, which is actually closed. So you got new listings, the pendings, and the solds are all pretty similar in terms of numbers. There's roughly a 10% difference, 10% fewer new listings than there are pendings and solds. But we do have a lot that came off the market. So pendings are coming off the market. They may come back on if there's an inspection issue or something like that. But 373 pending came off the market, 368 withdrawn off the market, plus almost right about 200, 195 or so terminated and expired, versus only 348 going on. So like I said, inventory is going to go down. This is kind of what I talked about last week. Inventory is expected to go down temporarily. It will most likely bounce back in the next 6 to 12 months as the properties that were more heavily damaged are repaired and put back on the market. We also see 81 price increases, which we have not seen for quite some time, really since back in the spring of this year. If we look back over at this one, last time we saw price increases for properties that were already listed was back around here. But we did still have 256 price decreases as well. So it really depends on how people feel about the market and how they feel about their particular situation. Price decreases could be, hey, I'm just going to sell it with damage, so we'll drop the price there. That is going to be something that we're going to see more of as people kind of get through this disaster. We will also see probably a significant number of price increases as people say, oh, inventory's gone down. So if you are still thinking about buying in this area, if you're a buyer looking, I would say get on it ASAP. Again, they're talking about interest rate hikes, probably another 75 basis points. So that's 0.75%. So mortgage rates are likely to go up even further, as well as we're starting to see price increases over the last 7 days, more and more of them, that will continue. So get on it if you're a buyer and looking. And, if you're a seller, I would say get it repaired if it had damage as quickly as possible. If it didn't have damage and you're thinking about selling, now is the time to do it. It's likely that we will, like I said, see some price increases, although I don't expect them to be on the higher end of those numbers I gave in that 5 to 15% range, because we do have the headwinds of increased interest rates continuing over the next 6 to 12 months as well, as the Fed tries to get inflation further under control. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Again, as always, I am Jerry Niesman of the Niesman team at Keller Williams Realty here in Southwest Florida. On Facebook, you can find me personally at Jerry Niesman. You can find the team at the Niesman team at Keller Williams Realty on Facebook. TikTok, we are the Niesmans. On Instagram, we have both Jerry Niesman and the Niesman team. On YouTube, it's the Niesman team. Website is realpeople-realestate.com. You can email me at jerryniesman@gmail.com, or you can call or text me 239-201-9583. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.